Welcome to Section 3.7, Documentation, Model Cards and Fact Sheets. Documentation is more than just an afterthought in responsible AI. It's an essential practice for transparency, accountability, and trust. And now here are the objectives for this lesson. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand why documentation matters. You'll learn the structure of model cards, recognize the role of fact sheets, and be able to apply these documentation practices to responsible AI workflows. So let's begin. So, why documentation matters? Data lineage traces where data originates, how it transforms, and where it ultimately flows. This record is critical for compliance. Auditors may ask you to show precisely how a dataset was used in a model. It's also vital for root cause analysis. If a model suddenly produces incorrect results, lineage helps pinpoint whether the problem lies in the source data, a transformation step, or the model itself. Lineage also supports rollback. If a faulty feature is introduced, being able to trace and revert to an earlier state can save time, money, and credibility with users and regulators alike. So model cards. Model cards were introduced as a standardized reporting format for AI models. They act like product labels, ensuring key information is consistently disclosed. A model card explains intended uses, what the system is designed for, and limitations where it may fail or be unsafe. The audience ranges from developers and auditors to policymakers and even end users. By providing a shared framework, model cards ensure transparency is not optional or ad hoc, but a built-in part of releasing any AI model responsibly. So a model card template. A model card template typically includes four core elements. First, it defines the intended use and limitations, ensuring consumers of the model know what it should and should not be applied to. Second, it reports performance across demographic groups, surfacing disparities that could indicate bias. Third, it documents evaluation datasets and metrics so users understand how the model was validated. Finally, it includes a version history, tracking how updates or retraining may have changed the model. This living document helps organizations manage risk and ensures stakeholders have a transparent view of how the model evolves over time. So, fact sheets. Fact sheets build on the same principles as model cards, but focus more on organizational accountability. Inspired by safety certifications in other industries, fact sheets emphasize and provenance, how and from where the data and model were obtained. They also detail test suites used to evaluate performance, offering stronger assurance to regulators and enterprise buyers. Fact sheets classify models into risk tiers, providing a clear signal for governance. While model cards communicate to broader audiences, fact sheets are often aimed at internal governance teams, auditors, or regulators, ensuring that organizations manage AI systems like critical infrastructure. So, a fact sheet template typically contains four sections. First, provenance, the lineage of the data and model, including suppliers, sources, and prior dependencies. Second, test suites, evaluation protocols that ensure robustness, reliability, and fairness. Third, a risk tier classification, categorizing the model as low, medium, or high risk depending on potential impact. Finally, many fact sheets now include explicit responsible AI commitments describing safeguards, governance structures, or escalation procedures. Together, these sections help organizations treat AI not just as code, but as part of a broader socio-technical system that must be managed with rigor and accountability. So, to summarize, documentation is essential for transparency, accountability, and trust in AI systems. Model cards provide user facing details such as intended use, limitations, and performance across groups. Fact sheets, on the other hand, focus on organizational governance, highlighting provenance, test suites, and risk tier classification. Together, they form a comprehensive approach to documenting AI systems responsibly. As you prepare for both the exam and real-world practices, remember that strong documentation is not optional. It's a professional obligation that defines mature AI governance. Thank you.